right, wants, fears and frustrations. Does anyone want to share their wants, fears and frustrations, or what their customers' wants, fears and frustrations? Amanda?
When I did this exercise, I actually thought of something in my head of a target market that I've been attracting that I didn't think of until
Yeah.
now. And I found that a lot of my clients have already been on a weight loss journey, but they're coming to me because they've plateaued.
Yeah.
One of their fears that I get all the time is that they're really frightened of going back to where they were, and
Yeah.
it brings up a lot of emotional baggage for them. You know, the lack of self-confidence, they're not worthy of
Yep.
anything, and a lot of rejection. So that's a really big fear I come across a lot of the time, and that their frustrations are they've tried this diet or they've tried that gym or that PT in the past, and everything they've tried has never worked for them. So how do they know that I'm going to work for them?
Okay. I've had a couple of people saying to me, what's the difference between fear and frustration? Doesn't really matter which way you look at it, but one is about where are you now? Like, you know, where do I start? Who do I call? How much is it going to cost? And the other one is going to be, am I really going to get the result? And it's all around that sort of, am I really going to look good? Am I going to lose 6 kilos? 6 kilos is going to make me look good. You know, that sort of stuff. That's the fear. But yeah, good one. Okay. Anyone else? Come on, guys. You had some really good ones. Chris?
So I've got wants, like to have the body they want, like have an image of where they want to be, what they want to look like, and that's obviously where they want to get to. They're working in a commercial gym. They're scared of gym scene.
Yeah.
You know, the big fellas in there lifting heavy weights, and they don't really want to be around that. They're also scared that they might fail again if they've tried before. They're not going to make it this time.
Yeah.
Will they really lose what I'm saying that they can potentially lose? Frustrations are they just have absolutely no idea where to start. They walk into the big gym full of all these machines and have no idea how to use any one of them.
Yep.
Or they've tried it and not succeeded before and dropped out after a month or so.
Okay. So I guess a big problem that you are facing is confidence. They're not sure, they don't trust people, they just ashamed to fail, basically. So, okay. Anyone else? Wants, fears and frustrations. You can really drill down like further than just, you know, I want to look good at my wedding. What does it actually mean? What's the emotion behind it? Can anyone tell me, like, anyone married in the room? I'm getting married this year, by the way, too, so maybe you can give me some heads up, all right? Ladies, what does it mean for you to look great in that wedding dress on that day?
I recently got engaged, and I always thought that, you know, I was in great shape forever, but until I got engaged, I went, oh my God, I want to be the most beautiful person at my wedding on that day.
Exactly. So it's something that's going to be with you for life. Like if you don't do this right, for the rest of your life, those photos will haunt you. Like your friends will give you shit about that. So there's much more to it. And like the reason why I'm doing this exercise with you is because we really need to learn how to walk before we start to run. Your marketing message needs to reflect this. If you're doing any ads, you need to think from your ideal customer to their wants, fears and frustrations. And you've got to be really detailed. Sometimes you have to ask other people to challenge you and ask you questions about this, because you think you know everything, but you might be missing a few things. That's why it's important to ask someone else, completely unrelated, about your customers, about what you do and what you're really solving. I mean, for a lot of people, you know, you ask a plumber, what are they really solving? They say, oh, we're fixing pipes and stuff. They're solving a huge problem that person's not able to do themselves. Plus, they put all their work into it. You don't have to worry about it because they're licensed. They do all the work for you. They eliminate the problem. To them, they fix pipes. And I guess that's the biggest problem. Like a lot of people are just not sure. If you can see the difference between those two things, you get it. If you don't, you need to really ask yourself a few more questions. Like, what's the core of the problem? Are they able to fix it themselves? Are they likely to fail? That sort of stuff. Anyone else wants to share their wants, fears and frustrations? Only have 3 people. Are you guys clear on this? Yep, go on.
My target market's mums.
Yeah.
So they want us to lose easiest way to look good, to feel good again, to get more energy, to get their confidence back. Their fears are that they won't be attractive or appealing anymore, they're going to get old and frumpish, they're never going to lose that baby belly, rejection from their partner, or it's going to drop in a heap.
Yeah.
The frustrations are that they don't know how to do it, they can't find a way to fit it in while they're juggling everything else. They can't find a way to get people to look after their children while they're training.
Yeah, that's great, yeah.
And they've tried all sorts of things at home,
Mm-hmm.
they haven't succeeded.
Yeah.
So this nutrition dining minefield.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. I guess a lot of this comes down to confidence, but you need to identify what confidence is. Confidence means different things for everyone. Confidence for someone going to work with a personal trainer is different to someone who's going to go and say, this is it, I'm going to go and get a plastic surgery done. Confidence is key, but you need to question confidence from different perspectives. Is it about children? Is it about being fit? Is it about being healthy? Is it about sex life? What is it really all about? So you need to really be careful with confidence, and don't just say, not feeling confident, that's not a very good ad. That doesn't really address the problem. So confidence is the underlying problem, but it relates to a few more things, and you really need to identify with your wants, fears, and frustrations what they are. Make sense? Cool. All right, let's move on. So in terms of any product or service, there are trigger points, and you probably get challenged with this all the time. Someone comes to you, and I'll give you a little bit of a hint. This is more about the fears and frustrations. They come to you and they go, okay, well, how much do you charge? Okay. How long is this going to take? What does this involve? That sort of stuff. Now, you've already got a pretty solid service that you offer. You're personal trainers, you can get results, no doubt about that. What are the biggest hurdles for customers? What are they questioning you about, or what do you think their obstacles are? Can anyone tell me? Like if I, go on.
Money and time.
Okay, money and time. So how much is it going to cost? Yeah. And time, like how long is it going to take, or is it when?
Yeah, where do they fit it into their life?
Okay. And what's your normal answer to that? How much is it going to cost? I want to work with you one-on-one. What is it going to cost?
Well, that's when I offer them their complimentary session.
Yep.
And their whole experience, and then we do the price presentation, and I find out what's doable, their lifestyle, what suits their lifestyle, their budget, their time.
Why do you offer a complimentary session?
For two reasons. Number one, I'm fussy about who I train.
Yep.
I don't want to train somebody that's not going to add any value to my life.
Yep.
And number two is I want them to experience whether I'm the right trainer for them.
Okay. So you need some sort of a process to qualify whether the customer is right?
Yeah, of which I've got.
Okay. How does it happen at the moment? Do you basically have the customer just walking in and
No,
you ask them
no.
questions, or they have to fill out some sort of questionnaire? How does it work?
No, so when I get a lead, and this is what I was saying with Dean before, is I don't have a lot of leads, but the leads I do have are very highly qualified.
Okay.
That's why my conversion rate's really high.
Yep.
So my leads are very well qualified already before I even make the decision to offer to them in my studio.
So with that lead gen strategy, what's your conversion rate roughly? So out of 10, how many people would you get?
9.
Okay, 90%. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, cool. And with those people, what sort of program do they go through? Is it a weekly program? Is it bi-weekly? Is it once a month?
Yeah, so I only offer weekly, and they can decide whether they do 1, 2 or 3 sessions a week.
Okay.
Various things for that.
But the hardest thing, like if you were to identify 3 things when they just approach you, what are the top 3 things that are, are you the right person for me sort of thing? What are the top 3 things they ask? Is it how much do you charge? Is that a problem?
How much?
Okay.
And one of my challenges is deciding whether they just actually don't know what to say to me. So that's the first thing I say.
Yeah.
Or whether that's genuinely a challenge for them.
Okay.
I want to know if they can fit. I have to spend some time determining that.
And those people, they already tried personal training, or they're new to it?
Some of them have.
Okay. So they know how much it costs roughly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Thanks for that. I basically just want to outline a few things, and a lot of people, they build their entire marketing, their message, the audience around some of the trigger points, and I think it's important to change the order of those. So for example, price. If you build your entire marketing on price, like we're cheapest, we're free, whatever, you're not going to get the right customer. But for some reason, people think, well, if I run a business where price is a sensitive point, I want to just be the cheapest or whatever, just to get those people in. That's like recipe for disaster. You don't want to do that at all. Like price has got to be the last thing. Obviously, you've got to be reasonable with your price, but don't just go, I'm the cheapest. Don't grab people by the fact that most affordable personal trainers, bang. Because you're probably going to get heaps of customers through, but they'll be the sort of customers that'll hang around for a couple of days and leave, or they'll just eat your brain out and make a whole disaster out of this training. So price, I work a lot with tradies, and as you can imagine, a lot of them just go, oh, I'm just going to do stuff cheaper because obviously we do large items like roofs, pools, whatever. Price, I'm going to be cheaper. It's not a good idea to do that. There's other factors, and we'll go through them in a minute. Value. What do people really get when they train with you? Do they, do they get some sort of a diet plan? Do they get to say, well, here's where you are right now, some sort of assessment, and here's where we can get you? Is there some sort of a value point that they're going to extract from it? What sort of benefits? Are they able to run faster, sleep better, I don't know, have more sex? I don't know. What are the benefits of this? Seriously, like it's all about that. What are they going to get out of this? They're going to have one session with you. By the end of the session, are they going to feel like, oh, this is not for me, I'm never going to do it again? Or they're going to say, oh, shit, yeah, this is improving my diet. It's, I don't know, making me quit smoking. Whatever that might be, there's got to be a benefit to it. Features. Is your training about, oh, I've got this awesome studio, I've got this awesome machines, I've got this awesome trainers, I've got this awesome stuff, benefits. So like, and the features is more about, this is the stuff that I have that you can use. We've got Zumba classes. Those are all features, Points of difference. I guess this is the most important one. So what makes you different from all your competition? Like, how are you different? And this is, I guess, the big one. Like, what makes you different from Bob down the road who does personal training in his garage? How are you different? Can anyone tell me their point of difference? Yeah?
You don't have to lift weights.
Okay, cool. Who would that attract?
People that hate going to the gym.
Okay. All right, that's a good one. Anyone else? Yeah?
I do low impact.
Low impact.
Yep, so
What's that all about?
people don't like bootcamp.
Yeah.
They don't like the intensity of the bootcamp. So they're still getting workout.
Yep.
Only body weight exercises.
Okay. And what sort of benefits would they get from that?
Improvement in their movements. Their fitness is improved.
Okay.
They're not going to come out with big muscles, but their fitness in general is better.
Do you have a way of measuring that?
Yeah, I can see there and the way they improve, like
Yeah.
from when they start, they can't do some of them or hardly do, like not properly, and then you can see the progression as the weeks go on.
Okay.
They can see they get better.
All right. Does everyone understand price versus value? Yeah? That's good. So can someone tell me what the difference between price and value is? Anyone? I'm going to start picking on people.
Price is how much you charge
Yeah?
for the service. Value is how much you actually get
For that.
for the, how much bang for buck.
Okay. So with a free complimentary session, what's the value that you're going to get out of it?
It's obviously the price of the session would be the value you're going to get out of it. So
Okay.
down to an extent onwards from that, you're going to get an education from it. You're going to be able to see whether it's going to be the right time
Yep.
for you. There's really no end to that value that you're going to get out of that complimentary session.
Do you ever have customers like doing something because they've paid for it? Like they paid for their session, they're going to turn up on time, they'll do it. If it's a free one, oh, I couldn't make it, blah, blah, blah. What you need to do is you need to realize that your customers are lazy. They're not going to change anything. It's your job to make them change from where they are, point A, to point B, which is where they're ready to exercise and actually in the mode to get something changed. There's got to be no question about money. There's got to be no question about price. There's got to be commitment and outcome. And things like price and value, you really need to get your people and apply that trigger in order for them to say, yep, no questions about this. I'm going to do that on time. I'm going to show up on time. I'm going to do this. $80, not a problem. If you can put yourself different to another trainer, you can achieve this. So people not asking you anything about why is it so expensive, why are you making me wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, blah, blah, blah. You need to work out your trigger points specifically to your customer. This is probably more relating to the conversion process than anything else. But when we're looking at the conversion process, we're looking at 2 points of it. First of all, you got your ad with your message and a call to action. So you can apply any of those trigger points to that. Like obviously if you were to go for cheapest and stuff like that, you're probably going to get heaps of hits through your ad on Google or whatever, but they're not going to convert so well because that's a recipe for disaster. Talking about values, talking about benefits, features, point of difference is a good way to get your leads. And then with the website, getting people to leave their name, email, phone number, inquire about stuff. If you're saying something like, I'd like to offer a complimentary assessment to see where we can go from here, and really give them some cool features or some benefits to that, I reckon that would work. So, any of you guys watched The Biggest Loser? I watched it once. I'm not a big fan of TV. Anyone watched it? Do you understand the concept behind Biggest Loser? Now, what really struck me, and I think this is like, from my perspective, I reckon it's like gold, like marketing through the roof. Like people remember this for years. So what they do is they got a scale with some size of this projector scales, like showing the figures. And what they do is they take a guy or a girl and they put them up on that scale. And there's some huge figure that comes up that's like 100 and whatever kilos, and it's like, whoa. And has anyone seen this? So what do they ask next? What do they ask this person? No, like way before that. How does it make you feel? Like, how does it make you feel? And most people break down and start crying because it's really not about the figure. It's about their kids hate them, they just eat too much, they didn't have sex for 2 years. It's really like, what the hell? Like this, it's not about the figure. It doesn't matter that they're fat. It's all about the fact that these things are impacting on them. So to them, price, if you make them realize about that pain, price is irrelevant. If you can get them the results, they'll pay for it. Value, yeah, might play a role. Benefits, the fact that they can reach their goals, great one. So think about benefits. Features, whether you got an awesome gym or you do some sort of a cool setup, yeah, it might play a minor role, but it's really all about the benefits and your point of difference. So whenever you're putting your message together, think about those. And think about price last. If you're getting a customer who comes to you and says, how much do you charge per hour straight away? It's probably not the best way to start a conversation. Like, you need to make that the last thing in line. And by the way, I am $88 an hour. When do we start? You get where I'm going with this? Yeah? So in that process, you shouldn't be getting any inquiries based on the price. You shouldn't be getting any inquiries with your message saying, I'm the cheapest, whatever. You know, no mention of pricing there altogether. You guys are not a store where you can go and say, I want to get 3 of these, 5 of these. It's got to come down to a real person. It's very individual. Personal training, it's personal. So you can't just say, all right, you're $100 an hour, you're $300 an hour. I don't know how you guys do your pricing, but there's got to be none of that on the website. I'm very much against it. Maybe some people have a different model, but I think once you get that inquiry, that's where your conversion rate comes into place. 50% is probably the least you'd be expecting. An outcome. I guess, you know, with that biggest loser example, it's really the outcome that's going to drive that person. And with the outcome, let's say they want to lose 20 kilos or something like that. You can make them accountable for it by making it public through Facebook or something like that. And the outcome would be magnified because they're going to have everyone else cheering for them. I've done quite a few coaching programs myself where people encourage you to set goals, share their goal books with other people so you can actually say, yep, I've done that. This is what I'm going to do. And the fact that someone else knows what you're doing makes you sort of go that extra mile. Like you sort of like, shit, I've said that, I'm going to do it now. I'm really going to try my best. So outcome is really what it's all about. But you've got to base your marketing on those things. So once again, in order of importance, for me, I think it's the benefits and the point of difference. Features and value, yeah, you could use some of that. But the most important thing is the outcome. What are they really going to get? So what I want you to do over lunch is I want you to think about your offer. I want you to come up with an ad or a couple of ads, you know, where you can grab someone who's looking for weight loss. Your ad and what you can actually give them, and what sort of message you can have on your website. So for example, it could be something like, your ad could say something like, guaranteed to lose 6 kilos in 5 weeks. Click here to find out more. That's your ad. Really short, really concise. Coming to the website, it'll be something like, looking to lose 6 kilos in whatever period of time. This is what we can do for you. You know, change your nutrition, bang, bang, bang. And then with that, it's going to be call us now or inquire now. I don't want you to go like crazy with this, but I want you to come up with a couple of ads, like what you can grab people by, based obviously on their wants, fears, and frustrations, and a bit of a bullet point format for your website as well. What are the things that really going to make them make that decision? Are you going to be flexible around their timing? Like Amanda said it all pretty much. I can't really repeat what you said, but you did it really well. Is it about Is it about being conveniently located? Like, what are those things? I want you to put something together over lunch, and I'd like to discuss that once we come back. Now, I think I've had something else here as well. Your marketing. So your offer, your urgency factor, target market that you're aiming at. I want you to address those wants, fears, and frustrations. And I want you to I want you to tell me after lunch, where do these people spend their time? Do they spend their time on the couch watching TV? Are they in the office? Are they out and about? Are they checking their Facebook every 5 minutes? Are they likely to Google for you, read the local newspaper? So basically, I'd like you to write your ad, come up with an offer, and include all those. So this is your lunch exercise. Yep. So a small ad, bullet points for your web copy, to include your offer, your urgency factor, bits of your target market, what's going to grab them, address their wants, fears, and frustration, which is the main one. And last one is, where are these people? Who's got them? TV, I don't know, Facebook. So that's your lunch exercise, but we're not going to lunch just yet. Everyone got it down? So you know what to do? Yeah? 2 people know what needs to be done. Are you guys clear what needs to be done over lunch? Yes. Cool. Now, Mac versus PC. Any Mac people in the room? No, it's not me. Any PC people in the room? Yeah, I'm PC. Why, like, Mac people in the room, why did you buy a Mac?
Because they're the best.
Oh, yes. I see a couple more Macs. Why did you buy a Mac?
They don't stuff up. They
Cool.
just work.
Yeah.
For years.
Yeah. Have you got any idea like what sort of process is in that computer? How big your screen is? Has it?
It's a 17-inch screen.
Oh, that's pretty good. How much RAM have you got in there?
I'm not sure I bought it 6 years
See,
ago.
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You see, you're talking about this. You're talking pretty much benefits versus like the real features. You're talking about, yes, there's got like 8 gig of RAM and that stuff, but what does it really mean to you? Like to you, Mac is all you need and you don't care what's inside, right? Relating to that previous bit, you could probably buy a cheaper cheaper Windows than Mac, right? But you bought the more expensive one. Why did you buy that?
Because I know that it was going to last me for years. They don't stuff up.
Yeah.
They don't get viruses.
Well, they do, but you don't know about it just yet.
They're simple and easy to use.
Yeah, yeah. So you see how one product has basically found its ideal customer, and it's all about what this product is. It's not like, okay, the specification of that specific product. With Windows, you'd probably be sold on something like, oh, this is so light now. It's got a new core processor in there. It's got like whatever gigs of RAM in that, blah, 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 touchscreen and all that. Yeah? Would you agree? So within your business, do you find that there are some aspects of your business where people just question you about, oh, can I lose so many kilos? Is it going to make me blah, blah, blah? Like, what are those things? Can someone tell me? I'd like to really get a better idea for your business. Like, what are some of those things that people question you about?
What's a realistic time frame to lose 10 kilos?
Okay, and the answer to that is?
It's It
Okay.
depends on the individual and their commitment to the program.
Okay, okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, what are you prepared to put in? That's what I ask them.
Yeah,
Always return a question.
yeah. Okay, anyone else?
To my guys, I say, kill all the attenders.
Okay. See, I guess it's all about people asking you out of their fears and frustrations. They're really trying to sort of... To me personally, when someone says, you know, how many kilos can I lose? It's not the number of kilos that you need to lose. You need to lose something. You need to start right now. Would that be about right? So with this sort of scenario, you want people to see you as the expert. That you don't see that you're a certified coach or you're a Zumba trainer or whatever. It's all about you're the person, no question about you. You can solve the problem. I saw your ad on weight loss. You came to me. You're going to do the assessment, and then from there we're going to kick off the process. I want you to think I want you to think about gaps in your business where things really don't make sense to customers. Like they might think, oh, well, is this the right coach for me? Do you ever get asked that? Are you the right person for me? Are you the right trainer for me? No? Well, I can guarantee you, like a lot of people think that. Because, I mean, if Michelle Bridges was doing $88 an hour course, I'm sure she's going to have a line to, I don't know, Queen Street Mall from here. Think about your business with this perspective where you could be either one of those and the marketing is totally different and the message and a whole lot. Your business could as well be about the cool studio that you've got, the cool trainers that you've got, the fact that they're certified. Or it could be about, I'm easy to work with, this is what I do, and this is just the one thing that I deliver.